And now we also want to go into the next speaker, who is our keynote speaker. His name is Anil Sahil. He is also a man who is very well when it comes to tech strategy and also product development at Midway Growth Partners. We are glad to have him here with us as a keynote speaker as he takes us through the next session. So thank you very much, and over to you, Anil, as you break it down for us. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Ian, for a great introduction. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Anil Sahai from San Jose, California, and I'm very happy to be here to talking about metaverse. Really the next frontier. It's kind of a second life. So metaverse is here, life and business of tomorrow, and we need to understand what metaverse is. Actually, all this concept started with this novel by Neil Stephenson, Snow Crash. This is around 1992, and the idea is that this creating a world of virtual entities. And actually it's a convergence of virtually enhanced physical and digital reality. And what you provide is that once you have this virtual world, all entities are virtual, but it provides you a very immersed experience. You are like kind of a part of it. And once you are a part of it in this world, there are virtual factories, virtual people, virtual schools, virtual tennis courts, virtual business organizations, virtual malls, and you can do trades there. You can construct buildings, you can do developments, you can do inspections, and it's a huge virtual social experience. And actually, if you think of internet, presently we interact with the internet, with internet being in front of us on a screen. And what metaverse gives you is that you're inside the internet. So imagine yourself inside this world where you have got these virtual entities all around you, and you are moving about, and you are experiencing the wind, you are experiencing the temperature, you're experiencing the sounds, you're experiencing people coming and moving left, right, and you are doing things. And actually, the research shows that 25% of the people will spend more than an hour every day in metaverse in a couple of years. So just think about that the world is coming to where we will be spending 25% of our life in the metaverse, in this virtual world where they are virtual entities. So what things you can really do in metaverse? You can purchase outfits and accessories for online avatars. You can do digital transactions. You can buy virtual homes, virtual lands. You can go to malls. You can buy stuff there. You can go into a classroom and have learning experience. You can talk to a teacher. You can interact with your colleagues and students and learn new things. You can go to malls. You can even have places where you can buy digital arts, even non-fungible token arts, and assets. And you can also have digital interaction with other employees, customer service, sales, marketing. So suddenly this whole world is kind of metamorphed into a digital world where you are experiencing that and brings everything to you. So you don't necessarily have to travel to places, but you can do it today inside the virtual world. And the great thing is that presently, I'm sure that many of you have experienced the Oculus and the virtual cameras and the 3D experiences you get, and there are many solutions available, virtual games and so on. But what metaverse is that it puts everything together into one central place where all these solutions are there, and you can move from one solution into another solution seamlessly. And that's what metaverse provides. It's a kind of a accumulation of all these digital solutions. So what are the elements of metaverse? This is digital currency is there. You can do social concerts. There are digital humans. There's a workplace. There's a mall. There's device independence. It doesn't matter where you are. So actually, if you think about metaverse, it's a seamless convergence of technologies, activities, and experience, which you can really enjoy. So what are the building blocks? How do you really make metaverse? Well, metaverse, if you look from our technology perspective, so there are some hardware building blocks, for example, IoT sensors, 5G providing very high bandwidth with low latency, The IoT sensors provide you all kind of monitoring information from any place and anywhere in the world. There's a cloud computing which lets you store all the information virtually. You don't have to worry about where it is, and you can scale it. You don't have to go and buy additional hardware, but in real time, whenever you need more, you can get more. That's the kind of the cloud computing provides you that. And the VR headsets and glasses, which helps you to get this immersive experience so that you can feel yourself to be inside this virtual world or virtual internet. And then there are software hardware blocks also. I mean, the AI really helps the improvements in user interaction. AI helps you to be able to do things which you can just think, which you can just sense. So the AI automatically figures out what things you like to do, what are your likes, what are your dislikes, who you want to like to interact, and find things for you according to your taste. And what this also provides you is automation for tasks, products, and services, because now you have got softwares available which will let you take products and services and tasks which you want to do, and it provides a very nice vehicle to do that. And the 3D content import, editing, and creation, that's again building block for your metaverse. Location mapping, suddenly you are no longer private citizen, you're no longer wherever you move with a smartphone, your location, your position is always already tracked. And then the digital simulation gets you practice and optimize real world tasks. For example, if you want to play tennis, you can improve your tennis by just getting into a metaverse where you can play tennis. You want to play basketball, you want to have an experience of learning how to drive a car, you can do that. You want to fly a plane, you can do that. So all the experiences which you want to have in the real world, you can go into the metaverse, try it out there without fearing for any physical loss or whatever, but still have the same experience like you will have in the real world tasks. So it's a great thing. So and this metaverse evolution and adoption is having a much faster rate. It's very, very quick. And the world is coming into that where metaverse will be here, and we need to get prepared for it. So what is the status of metaverse? Well, the adoption of technology is there, but it's still nascent and fragmented. I'm sure you have heard of companies like Microsoft getting into it. Facebook obviously has changed even its name to Meta. So it's a great kind of evolution and transition towards that. And NVIDIA, hardware company, is providing the right hardware, graphic chips and graphic boards to give you the best experience for being in the metaverse. So given that, but still they are not very well integrated or seamless integrated, and that is the hope, that is the goal. And because of that, the investments also have been kind of sporadic, and investments have been in isolated, or not isolated, but in fragmented cases. For example, VR and augmented reality, so many solutions are there. In long term, obviously, Meta, Facebook, Microsoft, Google, NVIDIA, everybody is into it. Digital currency, Bitcoin, crypto, all these things are already there. So we are kind of almost getting to the realization of metaverse. But there are risks also. It's adoption risks. How many people are going to adopt to it and so on. And then again, what APIs we will need for this seamless integration of technologies within metaverse. Privacy, how your location, how your information is going to be shared, whether you're going to compromise that, what kind of security problems it will create, and so on. There's obviously a risk of technologies, whether we can build technologies fast enough and robust enough that it can provide you a real metaverse. What are the legal implications of this, and so on, right? But the thing is, life in future is shaping today. This is going to be the life, and we need to, it's almost like when Wright brothers made the first plane, it flew only 200 yards at 15 feet height, altitude, whereas now you have planes where it can go like 20 hours non-stop, and inside the plane you can have shower, movies, breakfast, lunch, or whatever, 300 people, right? So the things are really kind of moving. Business opportunity. So what the metaverse really gives you for us, for us as we are here, the business leaders and the CTOs, technology leaders, and so on. So it gives you basically opportunities in almost every sphere of life. For example, education and training. You can imagine if you have metaverse where you can provide a real world experience of education training, where people can experience and learn much faster and experience almost a real life thing. And since it is in technology based, you're going to have an absolute scalability and improvement, right, which you can provide. So especially in African context, I think this could be a great opportunity where you can provide education and training through metaverse. Yeah, so in healthcare, for example, right? I mean, presently we have to take an appointment with a doctor and then go and stand in the line and then see him. Whereas in metaverse, you could enter this virtual hospital, meet a virtual doctor who can give you consultation and examine you, take tests of you, and so on. You can have virtual events, and it can save so much cost for you. For example, even this presentation, which I'm doing from Silicon Valley, and you all are all over the world, especially all over places in Africa, right? Shopping, you can go into these virtual malls, you can try out like a shirt or a tie or shoes and make a purchase, and you can have a real world experience. In workplace, Microsoft has already started doing that. There virtually you can have meetings and share documents. You can walk around a table and see the notes which somebody is writing and so on, and without you going any place, just sitting at your home, for example. And then in social media also, just imagine having a 3D dimensional avatars, and you doing interaction, walking around in a team, walking around in a room, walking around outside a house and sort of meeting with each other, greeting, playing with each other, and so on. And this global metaverse market, believe it or not, was $22 billion in 2020, and it's going to grow at 41.7% annually until 2030. So you can imagine how much business opportunity this is going to create. So what are really metaverse takeaway? I mean, this is there, right? So it's a virtual world of physical and digital reality. It provides you digital transactions and enhanced social experience through, immersed experience, and it's enabled through seamless technology. So that's what metaverse is. What are the business opportunities? Absolutely humongous, and they are in almost every industry, starting with healthcare, starting with education, training, shopping, events, transportation, social media. Is everywhere you can see the application of metaverse, where there are business opportunities to provide products and services and make money. And obviously, this all is going to be also providing enhanced customer experience and efficiency. So, and you have to be planning for metaverse. So kind of the third thing is, yes, there's a huge opportunity now, but to tap on that opportunity, you have to plan for metaverse. You should very carefully plan how will you take this technology to your business strategy. What is the navigation? How would you do it? What kind of systems you will need? What kind of value will you create when you take this into your business? And the second thing is, how will you take your business and enter into a metaverse? Because now when you get into a metaverse and you are doing your business, your rules have changed because other competition has changed and everybody is watching you. And there is more transparency there. So we need to change our business models a little bit. So there has to be careful planning and navigation. And then finally, what are really the challenges in metaverse? The challenges in adopting to metaverse, or this is, obviously you have technology risks, you have investment risks, whether the people are going to invest money into this or so on. And also, remember, it's also going to create possibly a digital divide, because metaverse is still requires some technology to become a part of it, and which means that people who do not have access to technology, they may be left behind. So it's almost like what happened with the internet, where internet became accessible to now almost most people in the world, but it took time because you needed computer, then it came to laptops, then it came to iPhones and smartphones and mobile devices. And I think the metaverse, the same thing. If you need VR headphones, VR audio speakers or whatever, but then we have to find time, we have to find evolution where we can make metaverse also available to people who do not have much access to technology. And that is the kind of the fear of digital divide which it could create. But it certainly creates a huge business opportunity of billions and billions of dollars where we can participate. So I mean, at the end, metaverse actually is giving you the future of life, what it's going to be. And it is here, it is happening as we see it. So let's plan and let's embrace it. This is something which is going to create so many opportunities for us. Thank you very much.